What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Real quick, before we start the video, I just want to say, maybe by the time you're watching this video, we already reached 400 subscribers. So I just want to say thank you guys for that, you know what I'm saying? Thank you to my amazing community, aka Maximum Creed, you know what I'm saying? Here, we usually go to the max, if not off limits, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to do more lives for you guys, but that's what this video is about, you know what I'm saying? As you guys can tell by the title, I'm not really perfect. I don't know if you guys can tell. I mean, look at my mustache. Look how I am. You know, I'm not really perfect. I mean, you see that? My shirt is not even straight. Alright, I don't know how I'm going to transition the video. So just, yeah. Today, we are watching Internet's Perfection Crisis. As you guys know, I am a very perfectionist. Right now, actually, I was building a 3-hour-long puzzle. I'm still not finished, which I'm probably going to get back to as soon as I'm done recording this.
Throughout the past 26 years of the 2000s, each time has had its own different eras of things people got insecure about. From the early 2000s to basically the end of 2010, every girl wanted to look super skinny because that's all what was plastered everywhere. You'd have a hard time finding an actress that was over like 140 pounds back then and wasn't slammed by the media.
Wait, dead ass? I mean, to be fair, looking back, when I was looking at the movies that took in that time, I mean, we had Angelina Jolie, we had, damn, we had a lot. I just don't know if I can name them. But I swear I saw more fat people on shows too, though. Maybe that was after. I don't know. I mean, I was a kid, you know. I was born 2005. I wasn't actually there for the 2000s.
If you took one blow, went at them, they'd fly away like a tumbleweed in the desert. For dudes, everyone was trying to get a six-pack abs like celebs.
Oh, I still do.
A video on YouTube probably called
60
How to
seconds.
Get Six-Pack Abs
I used to watch those videos.
Work as a kid. This had to have started my delusions and me questioning everything. And like,
Yeah.
those are like the main things
where it
people were
started
worried
for me
about back
too.
then. Of course, there's more, but nowadays it's on a whole other level. With the rise of looks maxing and all these plastic procedures.
Whoa. I really wonder, do girls, like, do they even like this? Like, themselves, do they even like the proportions? It becomes way too big. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I don't know. If there's any girls watching this video, how do you feel about, you know, other girls that get all this? You know, I really question it. Do they even like themselves to be like this shape? I personally can't. Like, if the BBL looks too crazy, I mean, first of all, I really prefer natural. But if I really had to go for BBLs, I don't know. I think like this is like too crazy. And for Clav, we already know he does drugs, so we don't condone that here.
It's only ramping up more and more how insecure people are feeling and how perfect they want to look for the internet. And one thing that showed me that is how fast the rise of Ozempic has gone. Just a couple of years ago, Ozempic was still a low-key drug that you had to speculate if a celeb was on or not to lose weight, because they was dropping pounds like no tomorrow. One day they were Jonah Hill, and the next day they were...
Did he use it?
Jonah Hill. Shout out to Jonah Hill. That's a top tier actor because, man, they used to bully the out of this in the 2000s in interviews.
Are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything? Because I run into that a whole lot. I'm the fat one. So are you the fat guy in Hollywood still, or is everybody like look at you and they're like, oh wow, you know, this is great now?
Dude, I look you feel bad for
any other questions that are smart?
Now with Ozempic, you can damn near walk in any pharmacy and get it in a snap. And there's also been a rise in different types of...
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of people nowadays, they like things easy. You know what I'm saying? They want to be able to achieve everything the fastest way possible. I mean, you saw Clav. He's only what? He's like my age. I'm 20. You know what I'm saying? He already looks like he's 28. And then you also have, you know, girls that are probably Gen Z that look crazy old because all the stuff they also be doing. You know, I don't really know. I'm not tapped into the whole girl side of things. I just know that, you know, the lips fillings, the Botox, and on like BBL, like all that. I don't understand why you're not content with who you are. Like, I'm content with who I am. Like, deadass. I don't, you know, look at that. Yeah, look at this. You guys get to see me. You know what I'm saying? I'm content with who I am. I'm content with how, you know, I'm built, how God gave me this body. I mean, it's good for you to try to improve yourself. I just don't know if you should be doing it so drastic. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Maybe it's because I'm young. I don't really have much experience, you know, to really talk about this, but I don't know. Coming from me, I personally would never go this drastic before.
And there's also been a rise in different types of weight loss pills that are easy to get. Some companies sell it online like an Amazon product. One thing a lot of people in America do is people near the border of Mexico just take an Uber over the border to a store there because you can get it straight up over the counter, zero prescription needed, and way cheaper. The main reason for the rise of it is all the celebs promoting it and influencers as well. For some
that's
reason,
the bullshit that got me pissed off, bro. Celebrities, like whenever the whole crypto shit was going on, I never did. Thankfully, because I was broken, I was a kid, you know. I was never gonna be able to do it regardless. But it's that bullshit when like people be pushing it so much in the internet and you know it's bad, you just kind of gotta scroll over it, yo. That shit be getting me tight. Maybe it's because I don't get those sponsors, you know. Maybe throw money at me, I'd be promoting it, but I highly doubt it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to sell out to my audience because I don't want to promote something I don't believe in. Quick intermission. Sorry guys, but we are so close to 400 subscribers, and I really want to be able to reach it. So I thought if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, I will shave my head. That's right, guys. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys subscribe. Anyways, back to the video.
For some reason, Serena Williams is now an ambassador of a weight loss pill and is now promoting it, even though she was never that big. And how does that one meme go? I wanted to f you when you was fat. It's become so common now that for the first time in this decade, America's obesity rate has gone down. So people are seeing all this and saying, well, this whole trend is good, so why not take it? And look, if you are someone who took it or is currently taking it, then good for you. I wish nothing but the best. I hope it goes well. It should always be a last option though, and unless you look like
if you're fat, right, but you're not too fat, you're gonna go get Ozempic. But if you're not working out, that's not gonna end well. Cause now, not only, yes, now you're skinnier, but your eating habits and, you know, what you do is still there. So you can, you know, apply it, get skinny, but as long as you're eating the same food, like for example, if you like to eat a lot of fast food, that's not going to do anything good for you. Because now you got skinny, but you're eventually going to get it again. Then you're going to be like, okay, I need to get another shot. And if you constantly do that, I'm pretty sure there's going to be like serious side effects to that, right? Any medical people that are watching this video, please let me know in the comments. There's got to be some sort of like connection there.
About 99% of the public can lose weight with a decent calorie deficit and working out a little bit. But the problem with it and how mainstream it is that it wasn't even made to be this big. Ozempic is a diabetes treatment, with weight loss being one of the side effects coincidentally. There was a limited supply at a certain point, and so many people were snatching it up to lose weight like celebs that people with diabetes couldn't even get the medication at a certain point. Imagine your ass getting a heart attack and dying because someone wanted to lose 10 pounds before going on a vacation in a month. One of the biggest problems with this whole fiasco though, and one of the main reasons people say you shouldn't take it unless if you need to, is there is zero long-term study of the side effects since it's so new. If anything crazy can happen to you, like a side effect of cancer, it's gonna take at least 10 to 20 years to figure it out. And most people using it now because you gain the weight back pretty much instantly if you're not working out using Ozempic.
What I say?
End up going back for seconds, so who knows what type of toll that's taken on your body. Some other notable things people thought was normal and trusted before long-term studies were cigarettes.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think we know the harm of.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. See, that's why I work out. I don't go to a gym, but I do enough workout where I'm kind of consider like I'm keeping where I'm at. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. But dude, I hate doing it. Like right now, I'd rather record this video than to actually do the 10,000 steps I gotta do. But I know that in the long term, I'm probably gonna be more healthier than the other people in this world. Well, not other people, the other Americans that are doing all this, you know what I'm saying?
Xanax. Before every rapper started talking about it, every doctor was handing this shit out like candy. And because the youth is so insecure now and TikTok is pushing it more and more, a lot are smuggling the weight loss drugs by buying it from random Ozempic dealers online. Which is bad because you have to be older than 18 to even get prescribed Ozempic. And even then when you're young, 99%, probably 99.5% can lose weight by just locking in. That's when I started. The problem is too, a lot of people who want a certain build aren't gonna get that from taking Ozempic. If you're a dude that wants that anime lean physique, you gotta go to the gym. Who wants thickness, Ozempic gonna shred the through all of your weight. Unless you do your diet precisely perfect and are already in the gym and locked in. If you're on Ozempic, it's an appetite suppressant, so you won't even be able to eat the right amount of protein. It's just gonna shred through all of your muscle because it's meant for losing weight. There's some people who take Ozempic and you can immediately tell because
they look like a bobblehead attached to a twig.
There's also
shit. What does Ozempic face look like? Temporal hollows, earlobe thinning. Oh shit. Facial narrowing. Okay, hopefully my face don't look like that. You guys let me know if my face looks like that. I hope not. I'm not taking no Ozempic. I'm fat. I'm still fat.
But it's all good now. We have stuff to fix that. Just drop 100K and you can get a facelift and you're all good. This was all worth it instead of locking in for 6 months or a year.
Like, dude, how can people be this
also,
lazy?
the rise of looks maxing is getting worse and getting more mainstream as time goes on. I already made a video recently covering Clavicular, so I'm not going to go too in depth with him again. But you know, despite all the controversy he has, he just keeps growing. If you told someone a streamer in 2020 was saying the N-word and was hanging out with some of the internet's most controversial people right now, and then told them he got featured in big magazines.
Or why do they even want to go with the most controversial? Like, the only thing I see Clav is appealing to like the young kids, because the young kids, obviously that's how they're gonna be, you know. They're not gonna care if you're saying the N-word or not. They're gonna find that funny. If you're saying all these jokes, all this edgy stuff, that's what makes them laugh, you know. I was like, now I was never this drastic where it's like, oh, the N-word is funny coming from a white guy. No. Like, I was just edgy jokes in Call of Duty and shit, you know.
GQ and the New York Times, they wouldn't believe you. But cut to now, and that's what we got. Bro might have the best manager of all time, because how did he get on the New York Times? Maybe looks maxing really is the way. You can get anywhere in life as long as you look good. Looks maxing has turned into a...
To be fair, though, New York Times be giving everybody something, bro. I've seen books in Barnes & Nobles where, yo, every single book says New York Times #1. Like, yo, you can't be #1 in all books. Why is New York Times giving #1s to everybody, bro? I swear that shit used to be hard to get. Now you can just drop a book and they go give it to you.
You got different characters in the Looks Maxing universe, like ACU frat leader who did something which can only be described as Gen Z's 9/11. Frame mogging clavicular. Just like 9/11, we all remember where we were when this happened. This possibly might be worse than any war that has been fought in the past 50 years. And that whole thing sparked the mogging wars online, with #1 ranked Chad Androgenic trying to avenge Clavicular from his mocking death, with another person named... Am I too old for this, guys? I just turned 23. Let me just move on to the point. All jokes aside, now that Looks Maxing is growing more than ever, it's reaching more and more people who are trying to learn it and potentially are going to damage their bodies because they want to mog like they see these dudes. We know Clavicular specifically does insane shit like take meth.
Like, I understand people want to improve themselves, you know. That's not what I hate on when it comes to like the whole Looks Maxing. I think you can take some things from Looks Maxing, but not all. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, if they tell you, oh, yeah, no, you gotta hit this muscles right here, your clitorials, you know, your jawline is a little stiff, you gotta get surgery for that, and then you gotta use this substance to, you know, nah, I don't think that's what you should be doing. The way I think of it, if I don't know what it is, why would I be putting it in my body? You know what I'm saying? If I don't know what this is, why would I be doing it? So, like, I'll take the whole, like, you know, working out. You know, eat good. You know, maybe some stuff like, I mean, me personally, I'm not gonna indulge in supplements. I've never done that, never will. You know, water is all I need in my body.
If you don't know, peptides come in these little vial bottles, and they're amino acids that all of our bodies already have. And if you take certain ones, they're like a booster that can help with stuff like repairing your tissue, which then helps with your skin. Now, the one problem with this is, at least for the facial ones,
you gotta inject that shit in your face with a needle.
And if you're not a professional trained at this, you're
gonna have me playing like a jigsaw game.
In general, it shouldn't be a common thing you're doing anyways, especially if you're young. Like, there's already a ton of facial products that will help keep your skin good until you're old. It's not like the 80s where dudes was waking up and washing their face with rusty lead-filled tap water, and now they're reaping the consequences on their face. So as long as you keep up a good facial routine with the products we have now, you should be able to age gracefully. You got dudes on TikTok flexing, showing their peptide collection.
The only thing I do for my face is basically every night I just put ice on my face, mostly because my skin is very oily, especially when I wake up the next day, and the ice kind of helps like close in the skin, make it more tighter, and that releases the oil, you know what I'm saying, while I'm doing that, and that does help my face. So I only do it because it actually does help me. I wouldn't actually do anything else. I also have these, but I don't actually use them. I've only used this once for my nose. As you guys can see, it says blackhead. but you know, the ones in your nose. Outside of that, I did as just shower. That's all I need.
Tragedy has officially struck. Here's my MT2. I got about 1 dose left in there. One being tan left.
I don't even
And then
know
I got
is.
BBC TV 500. We got like 2 weeks left, and I'm pretty stoked about that. That's not tragic yet. That's not tragic, I guess. My GHKCU, though. This is sad. This is sad. And we got 1 dose left in there, too. Back to pale and ugly I go, I guess.
I don't even know what he just said. Yeah, I would never put
One of
this
the
in my
main
face.
problems with them in general, even if you did have a doctor inject it, is that most of them aren't regulated, and a lot of times you get them shipped from a random warehouse in China. Imagine waking up one morning after taking a peptide.
They got you as a Winter Soldier, boy. They're gonna activate you.
You turn into a CCP spy ready to do anything at Xi Jinping's order. You want these products regulated so you could at least hold somebody accountable for if something happens to you. There's also a lot of people trying to learn how to get jaw surgeries because of looks maxing, and the main culprits is, of course, people under 18 convinced by the they see on TikTok. In fact, the Looks Maxing website itself did a survey on people who use their website, and they found that 45% of people on their website under 18 want some type of surgery. Bro, yo ass ain't even finish your...
It's the internet, bro. It's like the internet, you're seeing all these adults have all of this, all of that. When you're a young person, you want to be like that, because you'll see you'll see a kid that'll be like, oh, when I was, this is how I live as a 17-year-old millionaire, and then you start seeing yourself like that, because it's like, you're also 17, right? And now it's just like, okay, if he's my age, am I already cooked because I don't have that yet? And then you start scrolling through the internet, you see other people like that, oh, this guy's rich, this guy's that. Oh, they all got money around this time. Oh, whenever I become an adult, I also gotta have, this amount of money around this time, and that completely F's you up. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. You should just be living your age. Let things go naturally. I mean, look at me. Yo, this is all natural, baby. I don't know if I look handsome. I don't know if I look ugly, but you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of myself and I'm happy with myself. That's all that matters.
Luckily, most people that are looking for it at that age couldn't afford it. It shows how much the looks maxing sentiment has been growing with the youth.
Yo, it's like
now, the final one I want to talk about is the skincare beauty culture,
men's makeup,
which has been affecting little girls that haven't even reached puberty. A lot of these girls who are growing up watching these beauty influencers on YouTube and TikTok, who now for some reason have social media accounts. The fact that I have to share their internet space with someone born in 2016 is diabolical.
Yeah,
can y'all just do what we did when we were kids? I don't know, go on Pop Tropica or IMVU. There's been a rise of these little girls showing off their own makeup routines.
Dude, this is bad
routines
in many ways.
Some maybe
not just because you are a little kid, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing any of this. But like I said again, is the internet influence. It's the stuff we show on the internet. It's mostly from adults. And what do kids like to do? Want to act like adults. They want to be you. When you ask them, oh, do you want to be an adult? They'll tell you, yes, I want to be grown up already. I'd rather be an adult than a kid. Another problem that brings, little girls doing this is predators. You imagine you're a 11-year-old girl, you're doing your makeup, you're uploading on the internet, and now you get a message talking about oh, you look so pretty. Do you mind sending me more pictures? You don't know who that person is. And, kids are very gullible. So it's like very bad in many ways.
There'd be nothing wrong with it if it was in good fun. But posting it on the internet only makes it 10 times worse. Instead of them doing it at home, maybe every once in a while to
like
see
at
how
home,
it
with
looks
your family,
for fun. The views for these little girls be hitting them like crack, and it's gonna end up being a cycle they continue on, which in the long run is only gonna make them more insecure growing up to a bad point. And these videos ain't a joke either, or just for fun. A lot of them deadass got whole setups of things they do.
Hello everyone, I'm getting ready for bed, and I'm doing this with
she looks nothing more than 8 years old.
So if you like the video, please like.
Then I'm gonna use my glow recipe, then I'm gonna use this, then I'm gonna use my charcoal fit.
Just got out of the shower.
Yo,
man, that was a good
she
shower.
did ass
Just got out of the
5.
shower. Man, that was a good
6.
shower.
I was close.
Just got out of the shower. Man, that was a good shower.
I also want to be clear, I don't even blame them. The only person at blame here is the parents, because why are you even letting your daughter have whole ass tight facial routines at that age? It's worse for them at that age to have a whole long facial routine, because you can overdo it and end up having terrible acne and issues with your skin when you're older. Your skin when you're young is already pretty protected. At the most, doctors say a basic routine. It's reaching a point where certain beauty stores won't even let kids buy products.
Good. Yo, in my daughter, if I ever get a daughter, or have a daughter, sorry, I will not ever let her post on the internet, especially when she's young. Matter of fact, they not getting a phone, not just my daughter, but my children, you know, my boy and girl, I'm not gonna let them have a phone until they're responsible. You know what I'm saying? So probably around when they're like 17, 16, maybe, if they can show me good grades, if they can show me that they're responsible, I won't, you know, allow them to have a phone. But I'm not letting them touch any iPad or anything, no sir, or upload themselves when they're little. No. Yeah, I want that shit to be kept private until they're old enough, or unless I'm there in that video, I'm monitoring it and I edit it myself. You know what I'm saying? They will not be reached the internet.
California last year introduced a bill to ban certain anti-aging skin products for people aged 18 and younger. Hopefully these little girls don't end up
Didn't they
buying.
also do something when like the parents have to put money in their child's account until they're old enough to use it? I heard about something like that in California where where the child gets the money that they did for their performances on YouTube and stuff like that because parents used to exploit them. I mean, they still do.
Imagine seeing a child running out an alleyway from the cops with a bag of anti-aging CeraVe products. It's also pre-firing and starting a problem a lot of women already deal with when they're older. Things like self-image products and not being able to walk outside without makeup. And these are girls who didn't grow up with.
I prefer a lady to look as natural and more comfortable with themselves, you know what I'm saying? It's perfectly fine if you wear makeup, it's perfectly fine if you don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to put that pressure on a woman in society, you know what I'm saying? We feminists around here, you know what I'm saying?
I can only imagine how these little girls are gonna grow up having constant fears about these things.
Yeah,
For a final message, I guess, anybody insecure about these things, like dudes who want to look smacks and look like clavicular, I know it's the basic spiel, but just lock in with the gym, your diet, wash your ass, and you'll be like 90% there. And for the 17% women audience demographic I have, you doing all right? Just know Tommy's here to keep you safe. I don't know, probably just the same tips I said.
Shout out Tommy, man. W video. Anyways, that is the end of the video. Like I said, if you guys are insecure, what he said, you know, just focus on the gym. What I did for me to be, you know, unsecure is I just became the worst thing I could ever imagine. You know, I shaved my head. Hopefully I'm playing pictures here, but I shaved my head. I removed my mustache. I cut my eyebrows. I went outside because if they can talk to me at my worst, it'll be the same for me on my best. I did that and that kind of helped me because I realized, wait, if I get all this confidence when I'm ugly as hell, how much am I gonna get when I'm, you know, more handsome? So that's just how I saw life, and the less I started caring about my, you know, how I was, the more handsome I got, you know what I'm saying? I definitely think I got handsome. On my TikToks, you can see some of my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Shout out me. Anyways, that is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you guys have anything you guys want to let me know in the comments again, just comment down below. And thank you guys, like I said again from the beginning of the video, thank you guys for 400 subscribers. That deadass means a lot because that means we're so close to 500. 500 is halfway to 1,000, yo. I'm almost about to have to cut my hair, dead ass. I'm growing it out just for this too. So thank you guys, and thank you to my amazing community. If you want to join my community, hopefully by the time this video have come out, you know, we hit the 400 mark. So that means that this right here is updated. I hope you can see yourself right here. So if you want to see yourself, make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can see yourselves right here. Anyways, I got some look smacking to do. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.